What's going on, NBA family? Welcome back to another episode. Today's Friday, October 13th. That means we're just 11 days away from NBA tip off, from regular season being upon us. So, you know what we got to do, man. We in this countdown series, we got to talk about number 11, greatest player in NBA history to wear number 11. That's got to go to the one and only Isiah Thomas. Not only does he have people naming their kids after them, if you know, you know, because the younger Isiah Thomas, he has his name after the OG only because they beat the Lakers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look that story up. But that's not why we're here, man. We're here to talk about Isiah Thomas and his greatness. He wore number 11 all 13 years that he played in the NBA. He was a 12-time All-Star, two-time NBA champion, one-time NBA Finals MVP, two-time All-Star Game MVP, a five-time All-NBA First Team, a one-time assist champion, and most importantly, as we all know him and love him for, the leader of the Bad Boys. Isiah Thomas' career numbers is 19 points per game, 9.3 assists, 2 steals on 45% from the field. And I mean, to be honest with you, man, I feel like in this generation, Isiah Thomas is slept on, man. In all 13 years that he was in the NBA, every single year he averaged over 14 points per game. And I know to some people that may just seem like a regular accomplishment. But to put that into context so people understand really how impressive this is, we got to think about this. Isiah Thomas was a 6'1" guard, weighed 180 pounds, soaking wet, who played in the roughest and toughest era of all time. Of all time, if we take all these eras and put them together, that's got to be one of the roughest ones. And he had to consistently go up against one of the three of the greatest teams of all time, which was the 1980 Celtics, which was Larry Bird Celtics, and also the 1980s Lakers, the Showtime Magic Johnson Lakers, and then also he had faced up against the 1990s Bulls, which is the Jordan. Still, this little 6'1", 180-pound guard was getting buckets in the 1984-85 season, which is in the middle of prime time Showtime Magic Johnson Lakers. Isiah Thomas put up a crazy stat line that year, averaged 21 points per game, 14 rebounds on 45% from the field, won the All-Star Game MVP that year as well, and he can say that he's humbled Michael Jordan. Not many people can say that because in 1988 and 1990, both years Isiah Thomas led the Pistons to a back-to-back championship, and on the way to that finals runs, knocked off Jordan both times. And even in the Last Dance, if you haven't got to check out the Last Dance, definitely go check that movie out. It's out on, I still believe it's still out on Netflix. But even Jordan talked about how he couldn't even figure out Isiah Thomas in the Pistons those first couple of years, especially because of their physicality. I mean, Jordan ended up, getting him back by blackmailing him, keeping him out of a dream team, but that's another story, man. But anyway, y'all know what we like to do, man. Y'all know we like to get into our favorite memory, our favorite story when it comes to this player. My favorite memory when it comes to Isiah Thomas, man, that's got to be June 19th, 1988, the NBA Finals Game 6 performance, man. I mean, think about this. It's Isiah Thomas is your go-to guy. Your 1A. You're leaning on him. He gets hurt. He steps on Michael Cooper's ankle, and he twisted his ankle, and everyone said like that was just one of the worst twisted ankles they've seen. Like they said his ankle became like a ball, so swollen. But you know what he does? He goes to the bench. Everybody just says like everybody that talks about that day in all the interviews I've seen in research for this episode, they said he just closed his eyes, locked into a whole nother dimension, tied his shoes tighter, got back out there. He was limping back out there, and proceeded to score 43 points, 25 points in the third quarter, which still to this day in 2023 is still an NBA Finals record for most points in a quarter, and then helped them get to the win, and of course ended up going on to win a championship. I mean, this sounds like a movie, right? So that's absolutely crazy. That's why that's my favorite story from Isiah Thomas. But there you have it, though, y'all. That is who I got at number 11. You let me know in the comment section down below. if you would have somebody else, but you're going to have to make a real good case for if you have somebody else because IT holding it down for 11, man. It's not a lot of good 11s out there. But there you have it, though, y'all. Hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And for now, I'm out. I see y'all when we get into this top 10, man. Peace.